know you're not supposed to be up and around.
Oh, we're going to give this another shot. What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 25 of Para Theory. We had some technical difficulties and had to restart everything, so hopefully we stay alive on here, and if not, that blows.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's doing that, but with me, as always, Mr. Craig Youngblood with Western Soul Photography, and yeah, welcome to episode L25, man.
25.
How was your week, buddy?
Not too bad. You?
It's Monday.
Yeah, it was definitely a Monday.
Today is Bad Monday.
Bad Monday.
Bad Monday, man. Yeah, it's always Mondays, man. They get us all. They creep up on us. Yep. Well, see, now there goes Green Bean. Green Bean's out, but that usually happens.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know. As long as it stays on YouTube, nothing else is going so far. So that's good.
Is it showing you that?
Yeah, show me the Green Bean went down. I don't know why.
You don't love
I
us.
don't know. Facebook, I can't understand it sometimes. I don't get it.
Green Bean don't love us no more.
Green Bean don't love us no more, Dale.
Because you wouldn't let him ask questions during the trivia.
I guess I'm sorry. Sorry. Well, let's get into it, man. Welcome, everybody, to episode 25, Para Theory Podcast. Last week's on 24, episode 24, you had asked me what my top 10 horror movies were, and I told you that I would bring them to the table this time.
Yes.
So I got them.
All right.
So get your pen out, get your paper out.
Okay. I did watch The Shining this weekend.
Okay. All right. So, okay, before I go into this, let's talk a little bit about that. What did you think about The Shining?
Oh, man. There's a lot to unpack on The Shining. Now that I know what The Shining means, I never knew what it meant. So, that little boy is disturbing.
Did you watch Dr. Sleep?
No, I have not yet.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you haven't watched Dr. Sleep yet. So
is that like a sequel?
That would be your next in line.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like it's like part 2, but not. But you definitely want to watch Dr. Sleep.
Okay.
I absolutely love the way they fucking put it all together.
So was the boy like a psychic or something? Or did he have multiple personalities?
No.
With The Shining?
I don't want to tell you.
Okay.
Until you watch Dr. Sleep, because then it explains all that. You start figuring out what that is.
Oh, okay.
Who we got here? Let me put this somewhere else. I need to put our little deal somewhere else so we can read the comments. There we go. Yo, James Osborne. This is the show I was telling you about. Let's go. Oh, right on. Thanks for tuning in there, Bethany. Appreciate it.
Also, the woman was a little like, you can tell it's an older movie because the woman was not very empowered.
Yeah.
And she could have swung that bat so much harder and hit his ass in the head.
Olive oil, man. That's all I could see. That's all I see is olive oil.
Yeah.
It's olive oil.
And then like when he's coming through the door and she like just barely like cuts him, I'm like, what did that do?
Like,
yeah.
I'm like, what? He's going to kill you.
Yeah.
And then the thing that got me was like that little window. She acted like her skinny ass couldn't crawl out that thing.
Right. Yeah.
Like, just go, Timothy, or whatever his name was.
Yeah.
Red rum.
Red rum.
Yeah.
That was,
So now you understand some of the stuff that's here in the studio, like the 2 little girls I've got in the deal and the axe and the wallpaper and all that.
And now I always know, I know where the, where like the picture of him frozen comes from when it's always cold outside. People always show that picture of Jack Nicholson frozen.
Yeah.
I never knew where that was from. I was like, what the hell movie is this from? But now I know.
Nice. Nice. Well, now welcome to the club.
Yeah.
All right, man. So to answer your question from last episode, you asked what's my top 10 on horror films. So what's up, Darren? What's up, D-Feld? D-Feld in the house. Saw your show this morning, man. I woke up extra early and I was like, hey, I get to listen to Darren talk this morning. I like it. It's a good day. It's a good way to start it off. He does a great show in the morning, even though you're not local up in Cape Girardeau. If you follow Darren Bergfeld, he's got his radio show. Make sure you put it in the comments, Darren. Put your link in there so people follow you and go over there and sub and like and all that good shits.
I think it would have been fun when I was watching it because
Stop it.
he just drank a rain.
No, I didn't. I've got my OJ and water, and I'm just, I'm thinning down. There's not so much roll anymore. It's
Oh yeah.
Darren's beating the hell out of me, dude. He's lost a shit ton of weight. How much weight have you lost, Darren? I mean, it's a lot, bro. Like, I'm so proud of you, man. He got it. It's basically the same thing on that semaglutide. You've lost a shitload too.
Yeah.
How much have you lost?
Me?
Yeah. You've got to be down like at least 60 pounds. It's got to be. I thought
40.
that was word to your mother. No, it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Word, mother. Oh, no, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7:30. There it is. Yeah.
Damn, 177 down. I'm down like 40 pounds right now.
Trizepatide. That's what he's on. I'm on the semaglutide. Maybe I should switch.
Maybe
I should switch.
But what I was going to say, when I was watching The Shining, what I was noticing was like, how cool would it have been to do the aerial shots? Because they didn't have drones back then. So that's someone hanging out of a helicopter.
Oh, totally. Did you watch it on like your big screen at home?
Yeah.
Did you notice the TV like shaking?
Yeah.
Because they're in a helicopter hanging out with a camera, like, this gigantic camera.
I was like, that would be a cool job to do some be a drone photographer back then, riding around in a helicopter.
No shit. Think about all the movies like that. Think about like the intro to like the A-Team.
Yeah.
Right. All the helicopter shots they had to get for that, or
yeah.
Good Lord, man.
You ever been in a helicopter?
I have. My mom was the head of safety and provisions at Bell Helicopter, so I got to.
Oh, okay.
I got, like once they okayed the V-22, I got to ride in the V-22, which was like a plane helicopter,
That's cool.
Darren says once I hit the first 50 off, it was a huge change, and yeah, when you watch those old things and things cinematically, why they did drugs. Yeah, totally. Yeah, well, 100%. Cinematically. Can't say it either. All right, top 10. In order. You want me to start at 10 and go to 1? Or do you want me to start at 1? No, we'll do it at 10. We'll work it. Coming in at number 10 is Misery. Did you ever see that movie?
Yes. Yeah, I have seen that movie.
What a great movie, dude. It's not so much of a horror as it is a thriller, but still, it's up there. It's a, 10 to 1. Yeah, doing 10 to 1 here. Misery is a great movie. You haven't seen Misery, that's one you got to go definitely check out. Coming in at number 9, kind of taking a reference from The Shining, but not 1408. If you haven't seen 1408, that's a good one. That's a good. It's about this dude who's he doesn't believe in. Huh?
Is that Kevin Bacon's movie?
No. I know what you're thinking about. You're thinking about Stir of Echoes.
I thought there was one where he just had a number on it too.
Could be.
Okay, 1408.
1408, yeah.
Okay.
It's an incredible movie. Incredible. And how they did it and how they shot that was just so dope. Coming in at number 8 is Presence, movie that just came out not too long ago, like this year. It is from the ghost view. You don't ever, it is a totally different view. Way to go. Applaud tremendously for the people that put that movie together. Wow. Yeah. Number 7, Heretic, another movie that came out this year. Right, it could have come out into 24, but Heretic, really good. A24 film. Of course, A24 always has to get into their big like religion thing. There's always got to be a religious aspect in their movies.
Who's it? A24. That's the guys you like.
A2. That's what I'm talking about. A24 is they made a Heretic, really good, not bad. In number 6, and this is just more. It's more creepy than anything, and of course, seeing oh boy, and God, now I can't remember his name. It's the dude that looks like Chad Kroeger from Nickelback. What's his name? Played in all the treasury movies. What was it? Uh,
Nick Cage.
yeah, Nicolas Cage. He plays in this Long Legs. If you haven't seen Long Legs,
Yeah.
good lord, it doesn't even look like Nick Cage, man. But holy shit, what a movie! In at number 5, I'm going old school. This will be my old school list going down here, working its way to number 1. The Amityville Horror,
Hmm.
the OG one, is awesome. I also like the one with old boy that played Deadpool,
Ryan
uh,
Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, they did really good on that make of it, redoing the original Amityville Horror, and it talks about the Lutz family, etc. They did really good. Number 4, Prom Night. Prom Night Revisited as well in there. You could put those two together. Both of those are some OG ones. Really good. You know, when I was a kid, I watched that and was terrified. That's like a 3-way tie. Like you got Prom Night Revisited, and Carrie. Like you could throw all 3 of those together. They're all in the same boat, right? Coming in at number 3, Evil Dead. 100%. The OG, any of the Evil Deads. Army of Darkness is my favorite, but the fact that those college kids, were in on a budget. I think they shot the whole thing for like $500. The first one, like it's all claymation, stop photography. Like
Oh, really?
it's all like, yeah, it's got actual actors in it, but it's all the monsters are like claymation and how they made it come together, and it was like, man, it ended up being legendary. So,
That's cool.
what's up, Fiddle Up? It's Corey in the house. We tried to get on Green Bean. He wouldn't let us on there for some reason. I don't know why.
He kicked us off.
He kicked
I
us
know
off
he did.
there. Yeah, he
Yeah.
did. Now he comes in on our stuff. I see what's going on. He's watching on YouTube. In at number 2, The Shining. The Shining is one of my all-time favorites. I think that's what turned me into just into the watch the creepy side of videos, because that's what that was to me. It didn't really get scary until the end.
Yeah.
It was more of the creep factor going on, and early 90s kid watching this thing going, what in the fuck?
And he was a dick in that movie too.
Oh,
I was not
dude, the whole
expecting that.
movie.
Yeah.
The whole movie. But
His eyebrows,
still,
man. I don't think anyone else could have pulled that off as well as he.
no, I can't think of an actor that could have played the part of Jack. Like,
Yeah.
no way. No way. And in at number 1, of course, The Exorcist. Like the OG Exorcist. Like that will forever be the number 1 horror movie. Like, just
I'm really shocked you don't have a Friday the 13th in there.
no, I would have that in like the top 20,
Yeah.
but for my top 10, that's it. From 10 down, it was Misery, 1408, Presence, Heretic, Long Legs, Amityville Horror, Prom Night, Evil Dead, The Shining, and The Exorcist. And at number 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
I
Heretic.
mean, Night of the Living Dead, Day of the Dead, all those stuff. Like, all of those are great. You know what I mean? All of those are great. The Freddy Krueger movies were always good. Jason,
Yeah.
Halloween, like all of those were awesome. But, and a lot of these newer movies wouldn't have been around had there not been a Michael Myers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so you just got to give credit where credit's due, man.
You like the Hellraisers?
Yeah, totally.
Do you like the new
Totally.
ones?
Do I know?
Do you like the new one where it's
The
a
new
woman?
Hellraisers? Yeah. Sorry, I was reading No Love for the Thing. Oh, dude, of course. The Thing was awesome. The Thing was great. And even going back to like Bela Lugosi and all that, like all of that, all those scary like horror movies, I don't look at them as horror movies.
Yeah.
I look at a scary movie.
Okay.
I mean, Dracula, the Thing, the Swamp Thing, the Wolfman, Nosferatu, all of that. Like, yeah, it was scary. It wasn't horror. You know what I mean? but there would have been none of these movies had there not been those movies.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, we could categorize them. Favorite horror movies, favorite scary movies, favorite thrillers. The motherfuckers on your skin.
Thoughts on 13 Ghosts? What's that?
Oh, 13 Ghosts. Yeah, that was a great movie. That was a good one. 13 Ghosts. I can't remember the actor's name. He played in SLC Punk. Really good. That was a good one. It was creative. It was really creative. It was about this guy who spent his whole life being a paranormal investigator, and he found a way to like trap all these souls. And if he got like so many together, there was some like spell he could cast. He made this whole house that moved, but all with windows and spells on the windows and shit.
Oh,
Really
yeah.
cool. Really cool. Ghost Ship. That was another good one. Man. But love them all. Love them all. But those were definitely the top 10.
Yeah.
Moving along, man, you sent me a video this week that
Which
I'm glad you did, but I was just like, what the hell? Okay, so a lot of people don't know in the paranormal world, there's a lot of top places like that you want to investigate as a paranormal investigator, right? And this is one of them. And it's no longer standing. I fucking hate it. Bobby Mackey's. Look up Bobby Mackey's, man, and see where this place. It's just legendary. Like Bobby Mackey's was the shit. Let me. I had it pulled up here, and I had to go fix that thing. I'll pull up Bobby Mackey's right quick.
maybe in some future episodes we can put some trailers up for them, your top 10 movies.
Yeah, totally.
And not that it's a scary movie, but The Heretic is one on my list. But there's another one on my list that I kind of want to watch that's gonna be coming true pretty soon. The Covenant.
The Covenant is good. Yeah.
Well,
Nope.
we're fixing to have some stuff like that go down, aren't we?
We are. We are wondering because the Pope just died.
Yeah. So that's what I was like. Oh, I want to watch that movie soon.
All right, so Bobby Mackey's Music World is a nightclub and honky tonk located in Wilder, Kentucky, United States, owned by country singer Bobby Mackey. Urban legends claim the nightclub is the site of hauntings, murders, and suicides. However, no credible evidence exists for such claims. Right? There's no credible evidence.
Yeah.
But there's this dude, and he absolutely went fucking nuts in this place, and found voices talking to him and dug this hole and found this well, and it's not even like a well, it's like a crawl space that goes through. And this is what makes it like, well, how did he know to dig in this random spot in the basement? Like,
right.
The voices told him to do this.
You talking about the guy that had to have the exorcism done at Bobby Mackey's?
Okay, so promoted in the popular culture as the most haunted nightclub in America, Mackey claims this site was originally used as a slaughterhouse in the early 19th century and later torn down for construction for a roadhouse that took on various names, such as the Bisbane. Until he purchased it in 1978. Various urban legends and modern folklore claim that the site features a gateway to hell and is haunted by spirits, including Pearl Bryan, whose corpse was found in a field 2.5 miles from the site in Fort Thomas, Kentucky. Other legends claim Bryan's murders were Satanists who cursed the location and vowed to haunt everyone involved in prosecuting the case. There is also a legend that claims a pregnant dancer named Joanna committed suicide with poison in the 1940s after her father murdered her lover, a singer at the nightclub, by hanging him in the dressing room. Investigations have failed to find public records of any such events, and research into property records, newspapers, and court files has failed to substantiate claims made regarding the history of the location. Now, well, all that being said, they had so much shit that they caught in this place, right?
Yeah.
Supposedly. Became one of like the top well-known. This is one of the places on the map you want to investigate this place, right, Darren? It makes for a great story, right? It makes for a great story, but did they actually catch anything? And there were some teams that went in that were amongst the pros and caught nothing. And
Yeah.
then there was locals that went in that, and everything's haunted, right?
Yeah.
Point is, Katrina, who was from the show Paranormal State, she also worked with like Nick Groff and Chad Kalick and several. Like she and her, it was a 3-person team, and they had one guy that was in Jersey, so a 4th person, and
5.
then they had a psychic. It was
Yeah.
5, and they were like the last ones to investigate this thing. And it got torn down, and then supposedly the owners are rebuilding Bobby Mackey's as a new deal, but they're tearing down the original building because it's in shambles and it's already gone. And so they got one last night to investigate in there,
And threw it down the well.
and it's literally like it was a horrible investigation. I was just like, how in the hell are you just gonna sit on your ass and just use a spirit box and that's it? That was really it. And they used like a gauze meter. That's about it.
And I think they had like a Tesla coil running that guy was reading.
Okay, so here's my thing with the Tesla coil, right?
Yeah.
So a Tesla, you ever heard a Tesla coil going off? It's like,
No.
it's like loud.
Okay.
It's loud as shit. And they said it on the stage and had it, supposedly had it going off.
Yeah, wouldn't you hear it?
You would hear it all over the cameras. Nothing. And even when they were talking, you would hear it, and it would be fucking with the cameras.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. And so I don't think they had a Tesla coil on it. And then the part where they kept seeing the shadow play in the room, you know, you and I were talking about this. Like they were like, I think it's like, here comes a car. I think it's headlights, and I think it's casting shadows on the wall. Well, and she's like, well, there's only one window on that would be making this happen. And I'm thinking in my head, like, get off your ass and go cover up the window with something. There's shit laying all over the place in there. Like, just go cover it up. Like, put a blanket or something.
And half the time their cameras were out of focus.
Totally.
Or blinding. I was just like the first episode where they did a lot of the interviews and the walkthrough and all that really led it up to be good, but the investigation was a very big letdown. The first episode where they told the history and interviewed everybody, I thought that was very interesting, so I was looking forward to the investigation. Then when they got the investigation, it's like it just fell on its face.
It totally did.
I was like,
it
what
totally
the
did.
hell?
She's like, all right, here we go. Like, and got us all pumped. And then we got in there and we were like, I was like, I'm never going to get this time back.
Yeah.
I'd rather sit at a black, dark room with Craig talking about baseball and not getting any paranormal activity whatsoever than watch this. I'm never going to get this time back in my life. It just sucks, man. It's like, that was the last one. Like, damn. And the thing that they paid for that, like they absolutely paid to go in there and do that. You know, they were making all, like, they were giving every ghost hunter they could, like, one more chance, one more shot. Here we go, blah, blah, blah. So they paid to go in there and do that. Dude, Craig, you and I have never paid to go in and do an investigation, and probably will never pay to go in and do an investigation.
Nope. I actually had somebody at work today ask me if we've gone anywhere lately. I said, we're trying to find places we don't have to, pay to go to. And they're like, what do you mean pay? I said, some places charge $1,500 or more a night to go to. They were like, well, wouldn't that just be publicity for them if you caught something and put it on your show? I was like,
yes.
Yeah.
100%. And people would argue that these places have to make money. They're like, well, they have a place that they're holding on to, and they got to make the taxes on it. Okay, cool. Well, you better have another job that supports that.
That's what we do.
And so, I mean, we're not making money.
Nah.
This podcast doesn't pay us anything. We got 6 people watching right now. Thank you.
Yeah.
But we got, you know what I mean? Like, we're not making money off this. We're not
and
sponsored.
It's not cheap.
In fact, the dude we're about to talk about, Horror Freak, that we've been talking about in the last few, like, he's now, like, we found out, like, that I grew up with the guy and I didn't even recognize. I haven't seen him in 25 some odd years. I was like, oh my God. But we just been promoting that business because they're awesome.
Yeah.
Went and got a Chucky doll. Went down there for Eric's birthday, the owner, So,
yeah.
Point is, they had this last shot. They had this last chance. They had it, and they blew it. It was just, and by the time he got to the end of the second episode, it was like, you guys literally did this for a view grab. That's all
Yep.
this was. Darren says, amen. I make enough off Facebook Live to justify paying for a restream. As long as people engage and you enjoy it, fuck it. I agree. We enjoy doing this. It's fun. You know, I could be in there, watching the price, like reruns of The Price is Right. Bob Barker was always best.
Yes, he was.
It got weird with the other dude. So yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Shame on you, Katrina. You know better than that. You've worked with Jack Osborne and all these big television shows, and you know what it is, man. Too is like you see these people, and Jason Hawes is part of this as well. Like Jason Hawes was like king, like he was on Taps, he was Ghost Hunter's leader, So like the shows were always really good when you'd see him on television. And now you watch their YouTube stuff, and it's like, what the hell am I watching? This is bad. Like none of these dudes ever learned how to edit, it just, it's not put together well. Doesn't pull you in. Like you said, holding the camera right at each other, light blinding the other camera, like can't see what's going on, in and out of focus. Like it's just bad,
Yeah.
So
and they weren't even pointing at where they thought they saw stuff.
Yeah, correct. Like, and that blew my mind. Now, when we talk about bad shit, that one was pretty bad. But this is horrible. Okay? This is some of the worst. This is some of the worst right here, man. Like, all right, so 6 times campers witnessed terrifying encounters in the Appalachians. All right. How do you say it? Appalachians?
Appalachia.
Appalachia. It's Appalachia.
Appalachia Mountain.
All right. So let's just get into it because it's brutal. And you'll see it right here. Ugh.
Keith, get up here. Get away from him.
Venturing deep into the depths of the Appalachian forest alone at night can be horrifying. But what happens when you encounter someone?
He was right there.
Or something you'd rather never meet? Tonight, we're diving into 6 of the most terrifying Appalachian encounters ever recorded. Hide behind. A camper named Eric has arrived in Appalachia in hopes of finishing his short film, hoping to get inspired by the peacefulness of nature. But little did he know, peace was the last thing Eric would find. Take a look. As Eric is recording the serenity of the trail he's chosen, he happens upon a strange figure lurking carefully behind a tree. It seems to be a human-shaped shadow made of pure blackness, watching him very, very carefully. At first, it looks like it could be an object, like a black hammock or something. But when Eric moves closer, the figure moves, disappearing entirely behind the large tree. According to Appalachian lore, this is a creature called a hide-behind, which preys upon humans walking alone in the forest. It only seeks out its prey.
Don't go out there.
They are alone.
The hide-behind's gonna get you.
Legend says that the hide-behind will drag the human back to its lair, only to feed upon them later. Do you think that that's what Eric encountered on his walk that day?
The reenactment was more believable.
The Mimic. A camper with the TikTok username Creed4 is out on a crisp nature walk through the Appalachian forest. The sun is shining, the birds were just singing, and nature seems to be extending a hand to Creed4, as there's an adorable rabbit waiting right in his path. He is actually surprised the rabbit lets him get so close, as they are normally very skittish around humans. This gives him significant pause. As he attempts to get his bearings, Creed 4 notices the forest has gone oddly silent.
I can hear the trees. Maybe that rabbit's hungry, dog. What are you worried about? It is Easter. Was.
Didn't have no Cadbury eggs under it.
Didn't have no the cream in the center, bro. Didn't have any.
Seems like he just took off running for no reason.
There's nothing there. That's him making those noises. If you guys listen with headphones on, you can really hear how bad it is.
As he moves forward, he begins to hear a strange whimpering coming up from ahead of him. It doesn't sound like an animal, but it doesn't necessarily sound human either. It's unsettling, to say the least.
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like that dude's got to take a
and
shit.
They eventually unsettle
he is about to
Creed
run to
4
the
enough
bathroom. He's like,
break
oh,
out
God.
into a brisk run.
Right there. That's the I had too much Taco Bell sound. I gotta go.
Noises grow louder, with some commenters pointing out that they can hear a muffled, "Help me." Some believe Creed 4 stumbled across what's called a mimic, who can use their
old
voice to sound
rabies rabbit.
human in an attempt to lure Appalachians to a certain death. What do you think Creed 4 stumbled across?
Nothing.
Brown Mountain Lights. Meet Jessie Doyle from the
this
channel
one-
Hellbent Holler. She is out with her friend Joe.
This one's really interesting. This one interested me. Like, I was like, okay, well, we did just go through the drone thing,
Yeah.
you know. So what
Yeah.
she sees here is like pretty interesting, to a part where I'm like, well, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I can't, you know. I'm trying to set some settings on this damn deal, but it's not letting me.
When will the Baker be available to investigate?
I don't know. That I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have a clue. I wish I did. I wish I did know, but I don't. Hopefully soon. That'd be great, man.
Yeah.
Because we'd all like to know.
Yep.
You know. So anyway, let's get back into this. This one's pretty interesting.
The
Yeah, I thought
Brown
this one
Mountain
was pretty
Range in
good.
Appalachia.
Do what?
I thought this one was pretty good compared to the other ones on here.
Yeah, totally.
Hoping to capture the mysterious enigma called the Brown Mountain Lights, which are so-called ghost lights. Everyone and their mother has
Also
a different
sponsored by
explanation
Taco
for
Bell.
them, but they are mostly considered to be alien in nature, even having an episode of The X-Files inspired by them. Jessie and her father are ready to see the Brown Mountain Lights for themselves.
You guys are wondering what I'm using to do this. This is the Psionics Aurora Sport. It is a awesome little just night vision camera here.
Got one?
Got one.
All right. Can you take the phone?
She gets so excited.
Whoa.
Again.
Whoa. Oh my God.
By town. So there's just nothing. That's, if you see those, don't think that those are the lights. What the lights we're catching are down in the gorge and then along the unlit.
I've got one here, but you're not going to be able to see it even if I hold the thing up. There it goes. It's flashing. There it goes. Wow. You're not going to be able to see it. It's very faint.
All right. I hope I got that.
Yeah, I wish there wasn't that light pollution over there, but
What do you think they are, Joe?
And again, I've looked into everything from piezoelectric effect, earthquake lights, everything like that. Honestly, there's no rational explanation that makes sense yet. It might be a natural occurring phenomenon, but we've seen them and they've acted intelligently, where they chased each other around up and down around Lost Cove.
Yeah.
They followed us. I don't know.
Jessie explains how she is able to capture them as she and her friend Joe are gobsmacked by what they
That's
see.
a hell of a
Jessie
night vision.
asks Joe if he knows what they
I
are,
wrote it down.
but Joe isn't really able to
you?
come up with a suitable explanation.
Like, look at that
No
thing,
one
man. Like
is.
that's
Their
you're telling me
existence
that
is a
her
total
phone camera's
mystery.
looking through that thing?
Do you have
Yeah.
Do you have your flashlight on you?
Yeah, but I can't get to it right now. What do you need?
I've got one on me.
Lazy.
I don't know. I was gonna try to signal and see if something would happen. See if there's
Got
like
your
a
flashlight
response.
on you?
Give it
No,
a shot.
I got one. Don't worry.
Let's go up there with my flashlight and do it.
Your flashlight is awesome, but it lasts for all of about 10 minutes and your hand's on fire.
We do not have laser
Oh
pointers.
my god.
You got a good one?
I got one in the air floating.
Yeah, you
I have
do.
one floating above the mountain.
Yeah.
Do you see it with your eyes?
Oh, yeah.
Do you see it with your eyes?
Yes, I
It's
do.
red. And it's like reddish orange.
It's dipping down in the trees and then it's coming back up.
Oh, it's above the mountain. Oh my god, it's orange.
Just
you
insert the
see
word
that?
fart after everything she says.
No, it's not a plane. It's floating right above the mountain. Yeah, you've got a double camera situation here. It is not working. I'm filming this thing
Oh,
though.
my God.
It's moving. It's moving. It's moving.
Yes, it is.
It was stationary, then it started moving again.
It's moving behind the ridge. It's floating behind the ridge.
Oh, it's floating.
It
all right.
floated right behind that,
Yes,
right
it did.
there. It just moved so slowly.
It's a
It stood in
double
one spot and then
rainbow.
it just floated right behind the mountain. Holy crap, that one was like red orange. People have reported them being white, red, blue. But that thing
that are on
was
airplanes.
that was like reddish
I mean, it looks
orange.
like an
I've
airplane.
been filming. I hope I got it.
It doesn't.
Jesse
It
hatches
doesn't.
a plan to try to see if
like,
they're able to get a
know.
response from the ghost lights, to test if they really are as intelligent as everyone says. She manages to spot one floating above the mountain, this time a strange orangish color.
That one had the number 2.
You see that? You see
Yeah,
the
I do.
lights? Those are rising out of the mountain. We are capturing.
How do you know there's not just a, like?
ground.
How do we
They're
know
just
that there's
flickering
not just an
out. They're just-
airport
they're
behind
getting
there?
really
They're just
bright,
taking
and then
off.
they're just-
You know.
That's
They're
what I was
fading
wondering.
away.
Yeah.
That's bright as. Move the psionics away just for a second. I think you could probably get that with just your phone camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
I literally burned a
Yeah, you
hole in
can.
my pocket
mean,
with a
that's what I'm
flashlight
filming
that
this.
Craig
Get
gave
my
me.
other glove. It's not.
It'll happen.
This one's changing colors. It's yellow on this right now. There's another one lifting up off. You might be able to see it in a second.
How
To
do
the
you know?
left of the bright one.
Oh, this one's getting really bright now.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
looks like a
yeah.
plane. It's blinking.
But there's another one lifting off to the left of it.
This one's getting super bright.
She is so excited. Where's that enthusiasm out of you, Craig? God.
This is
Look
great.
at it, bro! Holy shit!
This is absolutely great. We've never been here before. We
Let's go do the
The
ants
other
and
one
lights, and I'll do
disappeared.
the
The other one just
reenactment.
went out to the left.
Okay.
This one's getting so bright.
Son of a bitch!
It's just slowly drifting up.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can
That's
see
the
it on
one.
your cell phone.
That's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
one.
yeah. We've got that the light is on the cell phone. It's rising.
Another one's rising up to the right of it. Tell me when you got it in frame. You just can't press it up against there?
I can, but you see how it zeroes? It kind of like flashes out. You can't really get the.
You mean to drop the intensity on the screen down a little
It
bit?
looks, yeah, Bethany. It
There
looks
you
like a flight
go.
path. They're coming out of the same spot and they're
guys think
flying. It
about
looks like.
that?
I bet if we were to
Just
find out where
hovering.
this brown butthole mountain's at, that
Can you still see the faint one?
I bet we could
On the side
zoom
of it?
in and
There's
find
one
an
rising up right
airport.
now.
Yeah, yeah.
Guys,
Probably
we're watching another
pretty
one
close.
emerge from the mountain right now. We're watching another one emerge from the mountain on the right side.
It could be an
filming, I'm walking
airport
up
on,
here, keep
like,
doing
if you
something
look
really
at that,
fast.
Okay.
that right there, that
you
she's
keep this
zoomed in on it.
flashlight-
Let me stop here. Oh shit! If you look right below that light and to the right of it, you see how the mountain flattens out.
Mhm.
I mean, it could just very well be a takeoff spot. Like that looks like a little airport up there, and they're just really far away, and she's zoomed in on it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's get down to this other one. This guy. This is a little disturbing.
An Appalachian Appalachian family is out in the forest on what they thought was a regular overcast
Brown Butthole
day
Mountain. Yeah,
sometime
Bethany.
in late
You're
November.
dead on it, right?
Little did they know that it was anything but typical. The family are attempting to
Oh,
enjoy
yeah,
what's
Brown
left of fall
Butthole
before the
Mountain.
harsh winter begins to settle in. The father and his two
Also known as Taco Bell Hill, also known as McDonald's 3 o'clock in the morning road, also known as Whataburger Dump Truck.
children are just about home when their mother, who is out of town, asks for a video of the kids because she misses them. The father obliges, and just as he hits record,
White
he
Castle
sees
Alley.
this.
I could keep going.
Keith! Get up here! Get away from him!
That looks like something straight out of Mars Attacks.
I'm just trying to figure out who tied a sack around their kid's head to make this video.
Yeah, right. Like, who put burlap over their child's head and sent him into the
I go
woods?
walk over here.
Strange, unidentified
Here, son, we're gonna make
creature following
millions.
the children. It's hard to make out
Oh, the guy that's
exactly what
walking,
it
it's like-
is, as it's quite difficult to see. But
Dum
the
It's like
father,
part Ewok,
native
part
of
burlap.
Appalachia,
And of course, it
seems to be
disappears
very
when he gets out of frame
concerned,
because you
telling
turn the
kids to
fucking
leave it
camera
alone.
away.
Get up here!
Get up here, children.
Get away from him!
Lord of mercy, get away from that bag-wearing son of a son.
As the father keeps the camera focused
First
on the
off-
creature, it disappears without a trace.
If I'm doing this with my kids and some little creature comes out beside them, I am done recording. I am going to tackle that little bastard.
Yeah. This
You
goes
get
back to the Bigfoot theory, man. Like, I don't care if I got a Swiss Army knife in my hand. I will go down as the dude that tackled Bigfoot and died from it.
I'm about to punch this little burlap sack off your head, kid. Get away from my kids.
Who does number 2 work for? I mean, just like, who are you? Oh, man. Yeah, dude. Dropping camera, taking off running.
Yeah.
My little boy and little girls out there trekking through the woods, having a good time. And then, yeah, burlap balloon boy is not threatening at all. like not at all.
Leaving them wondering exactly what they encountered. Jeepers Creepers. Meet Hike Slam, a vlogger dedicated to showing off his hiking
Wish I had
journeys
some money to
across
buy
the
this boy a
United States.
damn good dentist.
Hi, Phil here from Hike Slam. Today I'm going to hike into the woods a little bit here in Virginia and do an overnight. It's the day before Thanksgiving. It's supposed to be cold tonight,
Say.
but I'm looking forward to it. This is going to be a lot of fun. Last time I was on this section of trail, it was September, so leaves were on the trees. It was warm. Right now it's really nice. It's probably
Is he wearing
low 50s,
eyeliner?
but
Ladies,
be
chime
colder
in here.
tonight,
Is
so
that
I'll
dude
have a
wearing
fire, have some
eyeliner?
food, set up my
His
tent,
eyebrows are
and,
really dark.
we'll see what we find. So
Looks like the
I'm gonna get
Muppets
going here and,
eyebrows.
He looks like he's wearing
yeah,
makeup.
find the camp spot.
Today, he's camping in Appalachia the night before Thanksgiving 2021. You are definitely not prepared for what he finds.
So the hike's been awesome so far. I mean, I've only been out for about half hour. River behind me, really pretty day. As I was walking up, I saw some trash in the trail.
It does, doesn't it?
And I came
It
across
looks like
this.
he's got some he's put some base on.
So some
a
Bud
little
Light
eyeliner.
cans,
You're done.
plastic bat.
All right, so the part they leave out of this, I've seen this one before. Okay, so here's what they leave out of this. Usually, okay, in the original video, this guy, he gets out of his car, he gets his backpack on, he's starting to hike out in the woods, and these two girls come out of the woods. And they're talking about this dude they saw in the woods, and they were like saying he was terrifying and he was yelling obscenities at him and shit like, and they were like, I'm going to call the cops on this guy the whole night. Well, we don't find that out until he's like halfway into this video. He's like, I don't know, the girls I ran into earlier, they're talking about this crazy motherfucker out here. But he starts finding all this trash, and it's got like, you'll see.
This one. Hangman is coming down from the gallows. Song lyrics.
How does he know that's a song lyric?
Other weird things. Well, hopefully I don't get murdered out here. That would totally ruin my day. Well, let's keep going.
As he walks further into his campsite,
Mad
he
Dick.
comes across some
Mad
trash
Dick.
in the trail with disturbing song lyrics and strange messages written across them. Someone clearly has a lot of time on their hands.
The weirdness continues. What the hell?
All right, when it gets to this next part, okay, we're almost there. Right here. Get up to it. And that. Okay, look. It's a dead duck, and it's pretty fresh. And the note's pretty fresh. And he even says, oh, this is kind of fresh right here. That's it, dude. There's no hit start save. You know what I mean? Like, just leave. Just leave.
Yeah.
Just get the fuck out. $20 says this guy's not packing either.
This is your sign to leave.
Dead duck.
Yeah,
here.
this is your time to go, guy.
A very long note.
That hasn't been rained on, had any morning dew on it. This was just written.
And it looks like it was just put here
Oh.
because it's not wet.
No shit.
That duck is fairly recently killed. All right. Kind of creepy.
Just checking for echoes
There's
in
fire
here.
down there.
The further Hike Slam ventures into the woods, the weirder items he finds. Lots of bizarre ramblings from a person nobody wants to meet.
I would like to point out that this guy edits like a fucking Tarantino film. He lets the scene play out, then explains it to you.
He notices what looks to be a makeshift tent and a fire downstream, seemingly in the middle of nowhere. Hike Slam decides to switch up his campsite based on these crazy ramblings.
How you get a name Hike Slam anyways? What the fuck does that mean?
What a crazy day. Oh my gosh. So I had the one campsite in mind, the Mats Creek shelter. And based on the crazy notes I saw and the dead animals and, I don't know, running into those women on the trail who were scared.
What women?
See,
I'm glad
that's
I
what I'm talking
made the
about. Like,
decision not to camp down there because
Yeah.
I would have just been freaked out the whole time.
yeah, we didn't see any women.
No.
Hey,
Not at
dickbag that did the video. Like, why didn't you leave that part in?
This is only about 2 miles from that other campsite, but it's on the other side of the road. Still on the Appalachian Trail, but far enough away that I feel safe, which is good. Fire's throwing off a good amount of heat right now. It's a nice feeling to have dinner done, dishes done, tent set up with a sleeping bag in it, fire going.
Guess we
So
missed
I'm gonna
that too.
Celebrate.
Yeah.
A little bit of a hobo blanket here, a little whiskey. So nice and warm in my jacket.
I've
in
never
my
heard it
vest.
called hobo blanket.
I have a pair of long underwear. I'm not wearing it right now.
Have you ever heard
just,
that?
No.
hiking pants, but
No.
I'll maybe
No,
wear
I
it.
have not.
Got a little hobo blanket here.
I just got my little hobo blanket here. Just gonna step it up and get warm in the belly before I get down there. Don't you know? Okay, there, guy.
Tonight when it gets colder, trying to sleep. I brought 2 pairs of socks. I'm only wearing one right now.
Oh, are you?
Because my feet are warm enough.
Okay.
I brought gloves too. Don't need them right now. This hat's definitely keeping me warm. I'm super comfortable right now, which is awesome. So I'm just gonna enjoy some of this Maker's Mark, hang out by the fire for a few minutes. Yeah, just kind of
When he first said that, I was like,
enjoy the peace and
what brand
quiet.
whiskey is that? I've never heard of that one.
Reflect on the day a little.
I could tell you all about it. It's what put me on my face down in
No, I'm saying the hobo's blanket. I was like, what brand is that?
Canadian. Very Canadian. Bethany, do your socks match your person makeup?
It's now nighttime, and Hike Slam recounts the crazy day he's had so far.
All right, so
All I know is that canteen
I'm
can
gonna
fit
check
through
out
his
the
teeth.
shelter log here. I hang out by the fire. Almost every shelter on the Appalachian Trail has a shelter log where people write in their trail names and what's going on. They can write whatever they want in there. So it's kind of cool tradition here. So let's see what this one says. Little engine, back section. Hiking again finally. Great day on the AT. This was in August. Huh. Someone left some PBRs here, I guess. It's nice and little trail magic. Some comics and writing and stuff. Alright, let's see what's happened recently.
Oh, no.
Holy crap. Wait a second. Hold on, adjust the camera here. This writing looks almost exactly like the writing that was on that garbage a couple of miles from here. Let's see if this makes any sense. Sorry if the lighting's bad. I'm just gonna see what it says. Cleaned the outhouse. Picked up trash. Collected wood for others. See Charlie Daniels' Simple Man lyrics, which I used in 2013 Facebook post. And note the rope I found with the silicone sealant can 2 miles south of that. I left it on a stump. In 2018, while I was incarcerated at the Okaloosa County Jail. What the heck? In solitary confinement, I figured the following out. Refer to Isaiah 28:15 through 9. Here in early 2017,
You can't count. It's not 15
Trump,
through 9. It's 15 through
Nebo
19.
allowed Obama to have the special use of the Air Force One for a trip to Palm Springs. This is the same ramblings from the guy.
Listen, it's time to go. It was time to go when you found a jug of fucking gasoline oil or whatever the hell that shit was with lyrics all over it. But then when you came across the duck, that was warning number 2.
Yeah.
Like, and then you said he says he sees the dude. We never see the dude, right?
No.
So I got a theory.
There's no dude.
He's the dude.
Yeah.
Just making videos about his shit because he's proud of his work. Because it's all pretty fresh.
Yeah.
It's all pretty fresh.
That was on the other side of the river. That's kind of scary. Kind of
Wears
weird.
makeup, eyeliner.
Those women down there said they
got
were
his
going to call
base
the police
on.
on the guy.
Wearing his grandmother's underwear.
I know it's really hard to read.
Drinking
from
his
the light.
hobo blanket.
Sorry about that. Let me move that there. Wow, this is weird. It's just like it goes in one direction, then immediately goes in a completely
Dropping
different
band
direction.
names.
Yeah.
One
There's
direction.
just so much of it.
Charlie Daniels.
Like look,
Charlie
like this
Daniels.
line up here.
Simple Man.
Think grave robbery in an attempt to obscure the reality of Little Mrs. Wolf. Content. Come up with some more of those wicked schemes, JB and company, so I can show some more of your true character. In the past, the Russian collusion assertion have been followed up on many occasions with the advancement of illusions that would show discord in fiction between the colluding parties.
That dude
You're
obviously
falling
writes pretty well to
faster.
be on acid.
Obey your master. And Metallica lyrics. What the heck? Okay, that's crazy. Okay,
But don't leave.
emergency press conference.
Oh, yeah?
So
Now
I
it's an
thought it'd be
emergency.
a fun little thing to look at the Johns Hollow shelter log. That's where I'm staying, Johns Hollow shelter, and just check out trail names and
But I bet we're going to get a fucking recap. What do you think?
Maybe.
what people's experiences were on the trail. And it was fun at first, but man, once I came across that guy's writing, it was so weird. It was like I felt like I don't know, the plot continues or something. You open it up and it's like, that writing looks familiar. Oh my gosh, it's the same writing as that guy that's 3 miles away that I hiked this far away to get away from the dude. And now, yeah, man, I guess he was just here a few days ago.
You just saw him.
It's like music lyrics and political stuff and, you know, talking about people leaving trash and just weird rants and Bible quotes. And it's just like all over the place. Kind of sketchy, kind of weird. It's just really weird to have that feeling of like relaxation, like I'm away, I'm here, I'm hanging out in the woods by myself, and then to read that, it's just kind of like, oh, that's a little odd. At least he seemed to be settled down for the night in his weird camp spot there by the river. So I feel like he's not going to come up here. Hopefully, yeah. We'll see. But yeah, all right, I'm gonna stop drinking the whiskey and switch back to water, just in case I gotta have my wits about me. And let the fire burn down, douse it with some water from the stream, and then I'm gonna head off to bed. Yeah. All right.
Later, he decides to check the shelter log for the encampment he's staying at.
Correction,
While it looks
Bethany,
innocent
you
enough,
illiterate
he
movie
stumbles
watcher.
across a
Hobo
nonsensical,
blanket whiskey is the
almost
same
deranged
thing.
letter with the
God,
exact
get it
same
right.
handwriting on the
See,
trash
we
he
just
saw
learned
earlier.
this. What did we learn today in class, kids?
I'm in the shelter. I'm packing up my stuff to go into my tent. And they have these things that they put in shelters a lot to hang your food bag from, so like mice can't get to it. Look at this one. What do you know? Same handwriting as the one in the book and that garbage on the trail from that same dude. So it says, watch out for yeet mouse.
House.
The dead do walk and talk.
Eat mouse. Oh, mouse. I guess it is mouse.
Like
Eat mouse.
what
That's something
the
that
hell
eats
is
your
going
food.
on?
Yeet mouse?
all right.
I mean, like, yeet.
I don't know what yeet.
I don't know what yeet is. Somebody put it in the comments. Or is that skeet skeet?
Yeet
I'm
word.
not sure.
To go into my tent now.
The strangeness does
So-
not end there,
Still
however.
gonna stay after
as
all
Slam
these signs that
discovers yet
say,
another disturbing
"Get out."
message.
Okay, I'm out on the trail.
Yeah.
It's the middle of the night.
You've had all the chances.
I was
Listen to
down
this.
in my tent, not asleep, kind of just like lying there staring at the tent walls, listening to all the sounds, and then I heard somebody down by the shelter.
Meat mouse.
So at first I had to convince myself it wasn't what I thought I heard, but it definitely was somebody down there. So I didn't even wait to see or go down to see who it was, see if it was like a bunch of teenage girls or something. I don't know. I was just like, I am getting out of here. So I packed
Look
up
at
all
that
my
gap.
stuff and
Jesus.
I packed it up very quickly. I don't think I left anything behind. And I just walked past. As I walked past, I did look.
It's like a doorway.
It did look like a single guy hanging out in the shelter. He had a headlamp on. All I could really see was the light from the headlamp, so I could have been wrong. But man, it was
Full of shit.
yeah. So I don't know. I just got out of there, and like that's the thing. It's like it was probably a guy who was out like me, like out and wants to just go camping or spend a night out. Beautiful night.
On
But I
acid.
wasn't gonna hang around.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I got scared. But so I decided to pack up all my stuff and hike back. Look
Sorry,
back
folks.
behind
I'm sorry
me
y'all had to
a bunch
watch
of
that, but
times,
we had to go through it,
as I was
and
hiking
y'all
to see
had
if
to
that
go
light
through it
was
with us.
following
That's what it comes down to.
It
So
sounds silly, but I mean,
it just is what it is. All right, that's just some terrible video. The Brown Mountain butthole. I don't know. It was all right. Wasn't bad, but it was at the same time. Taco Bell Mountain.
Yeah.
I should apologize. What, for his teeth? Hey,
Sweetie.
come here. How do we know it's not him writing on the shit out there? I'm just saying. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
Somewhere out there in the Appalachians, a deadhead tripping on acid, just writing down song lyrics he's heard as he follows the Grateful Dead around the world.
It's probably that dude that wrote that book about vampires that was on like 6 shows ago. Bob still thinks that dude's gonna show up at one of our gigs and just be like,
Possible.
you know, just come out in his red and black cape.
Yeah.
It is. It's totally possible that could happen. 100%. There was another one, man, that you sent me, and this one was actually really good. This one, this was really good, man. I was pleasantly shocked. Let me put it that way, because you watched it. Talk a little bit about it.
The one about the
docuseries.
Oh yeah, I just thought it was really cool because it was a documentary investigating stuff, and it was shot really well. Like, he is very cinematic. It was presented properly, and he had a lot of stuff to back up what he was showing us. So, and down in the holler.
Yeah, so it's called Dark Holler, and we're gonna just play a little bit of the intro here so that you guys can see this. Pretty good. It's 5 episodes long, so we're definitely not going to be on here until 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
But you guys should definitely check this out. It's pretty good.
What was that again?
This is a slave staircase and their quarters up there. It makes me sad to think that we treated people that way.
Are you going?
I was waiting.
Oh, okay.
I figured they wanted to see it too. Did y'all hear that?
So this is a docu-series called Dark Holler. This is episode 1. Paranormal docu-series. It's free. It's on YouTube, etc. And it's about this. It starts out about this girl and how she was like a troubled child. She got into the dark arts, this and that, and then she decided to be baptized. And when she's being baptized, it sounded like when she came out of the water, there was a scream that happened, and she was making a bunch of noise. And they think that like a demon left her body when this happened. That's the river she got baptized in. And then as you go down the trail of this, yeah, hold on. I want to get to part 2 here because I just want to show you the. I want to get to the. This will just kind of suck you in here. Where this happens. Yeah, yep.
Just like a split second before.
Yeah, let me back it up here.
We turn from praying for her, and I start addressing the crowd that was here on the bank, and I just tell her story. Hey, this is Kristen. You guys know her. You guys know her background. We're here today because she has come to believe in the gospel, and she's come to profess faith that Christ is Lord. She believes in his death, burial, and resurrection for the forgiveness of sins.
Kristen is professing faith in the Lord Jesus. She believes that Jesus came, that he lived the perfect life that she should have lived, that he died in her place, and that he was resurrected from the grave on the 3rd day to reconcile her to the Father. She believes this. Because she believes this, we are here this evening to baptize her into that name.
So I tell that to the crowd, and at that point, I'm like, and today we're going to baptize her. And so at that point, we grab her hands. I'm on this side of her. Chris was on this side of her. And as we're bracing to baptize her, her posture, there's a posture change that kind of happens. And if you go back and watch videos from it, you can notice it. But she's kind of like leaning backwards. There's times whenever you're a parent and you're playing with your kids, if you got them by the arm or something like that, and they go limp on you, like that's the only point of reference that I would have for the posture that she would have. And I've never experienced anything like that in a baptism before. It's just very, very strange.
And
that's her.
Something started pulling me away from them. Like they had to have a good grip on me because it was pulling me away from them. And I don't remember anything after that.
And so, we brace. Her posture's leaning, and I start saying the Trinitarian formula that you say in baptism. I baptize you in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy. And about the time that I hit Holy Spirit, she starts going down into the water, just like a split second before we actually dunk her. And so we just go with it. And like you'll see, I baptize you in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit is basically how it goes in the video.
Looking back on the film, you can see that she's like falling before they ever dunk her. But, I thought it was just a normal baptism. I was so happy. And he dunks her into the water, and when she comes up, she like yells or like heaves, or it was just really unpleasant to listen to it. Like it wasn't like a happy, like, ooh, it was just really unpleasant.
Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy
The noise that she made when she came out of the water, the closest point of reference that I could connect it to was like a noise of someone who is in pain. Like, I've done a lot of baptisms in this river, and I've seen a lot of different reactions to baptisms. I've seen people go down on the water and they come out happy and joyful. I've seen people come out of the water before and they're stoic and they don't have a whole lot of reaction. I've never seen someone come out of the water and make a noise like they've been in pain.
And my first thought was like, my gosh, is the water that cold? And then I was like, it's like 90 degrees. And I got baptized in the same spot on a cold, rainy day, and I wasn't like that tore up about the water. And then my next immediate thought was, did something just come out of her?
I was videoing, and when she came back up out of the water, she was making like this really scary noise. Like, it wasn't joyful. My phone actually, you'll see in the video that it actually drops to the water because I'm kind of like, what's going on? Like, what just happened?
And I was honestly, like, before I even talked to anybody, in that moment, I was convinced in my head, and this is from me who did not really believe this stuff. Like,
we help her back to the bank. She actually sat down right here in this general area. And whenever she sat down, she actually kind of, for a moment, kind of just put her hands, or her face in her hands, and just kind of did this like rocking type motion behavior, like right here.
she was shaking and crying. And, well, for a minute, she didn't talk to anybody. She sat on the bank, like in a kind of like a ball. She pulled her knees up and she was just bawling. And when she finally got up, you know, we were hugging her and stuff, and she was limping. I was like, what's wrong? And she's like, I broke my toe going out there. And you could look down and it had like a little hoove on it, you know. And it was another thing for me, like someone was trying to stop her.
Is it a very like treacherous terrain under the water as you go?
No, it's like a boat ramp, so it's real.
All I can say is this was a really good docuseries, and that's kind of like a highlight of the episode too, but it explains a lot. So definitely go check out Dark Holler docuseries. Like I said, there's 5 episodes. They did really good. The production on is good. Craig and I always look for, when these paranormal groups or documentary filmmakers, when they're making a documentary, you know, it's like, man, how well did you put this thing together? Because if it sucks, we're going to make it 5 minutes in, then we're out. And
yeah,
so, you know, Siskel and Ebert on this one, 2 thumbs up. Like, it was really good. I watched the whole thing today. I had nothing. Today was my day off, so all I did was watch this today. I watched a little bit of it last night, and then I watched the rest of it today, and it was really good, really good. So make sure that you guys go over to YouTube, check that out. Dark Holler, pretty awesome, man. Pretty awesome stuff. Pretty good. It's you know what time it is?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what time it is?
Yes, I do.
What time is it?
Parrot.
Is it that? Wait a minute. Don't say it out loud. Man, there's 6 people in here. You're gonna piss them all off, and I gotta get it. I gotta get it queued up. I can only do so much at once here, Craig. Jeez. Scroll down here. Go to ones that I haven't done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to some you haven't done.
I know. Let's go way down.
I'm down
way
in
down.
Where is the Appalachian Mountains? We may need to go camping there.
I mean, let's just start with going over the Red River first. Let's go up there. Appalachian. But that's also where Bobby Mackey's is. It's in Kentucky.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's where
I thought that was pretty cool that they said they're going to rebuild it. I was like, because if the stuff is essentially tied to the land, when they rebuild it, it should still be there.
You are correct.
Maybe we'll watch for it to be rebuilt and see if we can go investigate the new one.
The new one. There we go. See, what I was hoping when they tore down Bobby Mackey's is that they would actually start finding shit, and maybe they did, and they just haven't released it yet. You know,
yeah,
that would be nice. But
did they tear it down recently?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But you know what time it is.
Yes.
It is now time for Para Trivia of the Week.
That's right, kids. It is time for Para Trivia. So, first question of the day, and Craig's got our money question for today. Craig got a good one. He got me with it. I was like, oh shit. All right. It's kind of cold in my house.
I don't imagine that.
Glenda was out of town for a few days, so I turned it up to 70. Woo! Yeah. Shizzle. All right. Question number 1. During the spooky filming of The Exorcism of Emily Rose, what common hotel item did the cast request to be removed to avoid eerie occurrences?
What movie is this?
During the spooky filming of The Exorcism of Emily Rose, what common hotel item did the cast request to be removed to avoid eerie occurrences?
So is that a different movie from The Exorcist?
Not a luggage cart. It's just another exorcism movie.
Okay. But it's not The Exorcist, the number
No, it's
one.
not The Exorcist. No, the movie is called The Exorcism of Emily Rose. What common hotel item did the cast request to be removed to avoid eerie occurrences?
It's not a luggage cart.
Not a luggage cart.
Where's your Jeopardy music?
It wouldn't let me put it on here because of like rights. So all I got is crappy disco. We're not sponsored, so we can't afford to pay for all that cool stuff. Not holy water. Nope. During the spooky filming of The Exorcism of Emily Rose, what common hotel item did the cast request to be removed to avoid eerie occurrences? Nope. Good try, though. Nope, not that one either.
A Gideon's Bible?
It's not a Bible. Not a telephone. During the spooky filming of The Exorcism of Emily Rose, what common hotel item did the cast request to be removed to avoid eerie occurrences? It's not soap.
Was it the bell?
It's not the bell. Oh no, they wanted it removed, Bethany. Not the TV. Not the bed. Well, we're just going down the list of shit in a hotel room. Nope, babe, not the TV. Sorted M&Ms. Nope. Nor was it the Thin Mints. Not the curtain. Not mirrors.
Everyone's like, what all's in a damn hotel room?
Free robes. It's not free robes. Not lamps.
Everything. They took it all out.
Nope, not the bellhop. Not the sheets. Not the demons. Unless Craig used the bathroom there. Corey's giving up. This is dumb. No, you're gonna feel dumb when you like finally get the answer. I'm going home. You're already home, Corey. Go move a barn. During the spooky filming of The Exorcism of Emily Rose, what common hotel item did the cast request to be removed to avoid eerie occurrences?
A rug.
If there's no mint on the pillow, Drury at least gives you alcohol. It's true, they do. Nope, it's not a rug. Nope, not curtains. This is a good one.
Yeah.
Kind of feel really not neither one of those, Corey. Nope, not the mini fridge. What would that have to do with creepy occurrences? Like, what are they going to do? Offer you drinks? Here you go. Don't drink the vodka. No one touches it. It's Popov.
That shit's $20 a bottle.
$20? Shizzle. Up there in Darren, in the Bergfeld land of Cape Girardeau. Nope, not the TV remote. We drink stag beer.
Oh, yeah?
I call it the ghetto beer because it's Gats backwards. Yeah, there you go, Bethany. Clock radios. That's it. That is it. The cast wanted the radios removed to avoid eerie occurrences. Very good. Very good. That was a good one. Slow clap, everybody. Yes. Yes. In which movie does a shower turn deadly with a clothesline, proving you can't escape fate?
I know this one.
In which movie does a shower turn deadly with a clothesline, proving you can't escape fate? Final Destination. Yeah, there it goes. That was an easy one. You Googlers, you. Oh, she got the one. Yeah, all right. It was Final Destination Infinity. Yes.
How many Final Destinations are there?
That's a good question. I don't know. 5?
Mm-hmm.
Which classic horror film shocked audiences by featuring a woman in just a bra and slip before an infamous shower scene?
No, Corey, you can't quiz us. That's not how this works.
Bullshit 18-second delay.
Gotta be quicker than
there
that.
it is. Darren comes in hot, man. I didn't even have to repeat it. Psycho, that is correct. Which classic horror film shocked audiences by featuring a woman in just a bra and a slip before an infamous shower scene? And the answer is Psycho. Which iconic horror flick, once titled The Babysitter Murders, has us all locking our doors on October 31st? This should be an easy one. Which icon? There it is. Halloween. Yep, that is it. Let's see here. Moving along. Which film series was based on a concept originally intended for an unproduced episode of The X-Files? Which film series was based on a concept originally intended for an unproduced episode of The X-Files?
Is Glenda home now?
Yeah.
Is that why it's getting colder in your house?
Yeah.
You turned it down?
She totally turned the air down. It's like 65 in here right now.
Did you tell her what I said?
Not the Matrix. Not the Matrix. What is it?
Did you tell her what I said the other day when we were out shopping?
I don't remember.
About the blankets that she makes?
Oh, no. I'll tell her that tonight.
Okay.
Yep. Corey's like, I will not know this answer. Which film series was based on a concept originally intended for an unproduced episode of The X-Files? It's a good one, man. It's a good one. It's a good one. Oh, well, Joann's is going out of business and everything's like 50% off. All right, I'm going to give it a few more here. Which film series was based on a concept originally intended for an unproduced episode of The X-Files?
Tommy Knockers.
Not the Tommy Knockers. Ten seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Not Alien. It's Final Destination. Threw it in twice.
Well, Glenda, the one out by our house has a lot of it if you want to come over here.
The answer is Final Destination to that question. All right, one more before we do the money question. What's considered the first true horror movie directed? Ooh, I don't know if I want to say. I'm not going to say who it was directed by. I'm going to say what's considered the first true horror movie that came out in the 1800s?
I think I know this one too. Hellraiser.
Yeah, sure did. Can you imagine if Hellraiser came out in the 1800s? People would have lost their shit. Not Nosferatu. People were like, what the fuck? People would just be like praying, leaving the theater. Oh, Lord Jesus. Not Frankenstein.
I guess I don't know what I
What's
thought.
considered the first true horror movie from the 1800s? They did. Medictoramus, Carrie. Medictoramus.
Is Glenda a
Not Bram Stoker's.
thermostat Nazi?
She is.
Yeah.
She will turn it down. I don't care though. I don't mind it getting cold.
You just get blankets on.
Yeah, I'm just getting older. That's all it really is. Getting older.
Wait till you keep losing weight, and it's really going to stay cold.
That's what it is. I'm losing weight. I'm going, good Lord, Jesus Christ, it's cold in here. Police Academy 3. Nope, not Police Academy 3. What's considered the first true horror movie made in the 1800s? Darren's like, bruh, the weight loss temp effect is legit. I'm like an old woman now. Dude, I'm with you. I'm getting cold. I'm like, God, Lord Jesus, give me a blanket. Give me two. Can we get a fire going? I know it's April, but jeez. It could be 90 outside. It's refrigerator cold in our house. I'm like, well, just putting some logs on the fire here.
Yeah.
Oh, we paused for some reason.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Is it paused on your side?
No.
Well, it's paused on my side. Oh, there we go. Now we're back in.
What is murder tire?
Murder tire is not the answer. I used to snow blow in shorts. Fuck winter now. yeah, well, see, I got the reverse. Glenda's like a hot box, right? She's like a walking heater. So she has to turn it down or she gets like hot flashes. Me, on the other hand, I'm over here going, can't feel my nuts. They're frozen. They're cold. What's considered the first true horror movie? I'll give you a hint. It was directed by George Méliès.
I was going to say Lucas.
Méliès.
George Lucas directed.
Georges Méliès. Darren, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Hot box. The Mummy. The answer is 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The House of the Devil.
What the
Made in
heck?
1896.
Hmm.
Yep. Considered the first horror movie. All right, dude. It's money round. It's the money question. And we're only giving you one this time. So, Craig, oh, God, we paused again. I don't like this. Why do we keep pausing? I don't know why it's doing this. Let's see. Let me fix this because I got to be able to see the comments. There we go. Craig, fire away because it's your go.
In what year did Jack Torrance originally appear as the caretaker at the Overlook Hotel? You want me to repeat that?
Yeah, you need to repeat it.
In what year? Gosh, damn it, Paula.
Did she come in with it? It's not coming up on my end.
Yeah. She said
Paula.
1921.
How rude. How rude. You don't just get to come in like that. It's rude. She probably knew because you told her, like, I got a question for today.
No, we actually watched it. I'm just glad she was paying attention during the movie.
Oh, all right. Well, then, that works. That works. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching the show with us tonight. And episode 25, rocking and rolling, keeping it going. We're right on the money, dude. Hour 28 and 7 seconds rolling.
Hell yeah.
Man, we got this thing down. Took us 25 episodes. We got it down. We know what we're doing. We know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing, Johnny, is that, now it's like, well, just hand your wife some money, dude. Should be used to that.
Yeah.
She's like, more money. Yes. Yes. Yeah, she did. She came in hot with that thing. She's like,
yeah.
Paula, what's the answer to my question last week? There wasn't. We didn't leave on a question last week.
I think she's talking about the week before.
That was 23.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, thank you so much for checking out our latest episode. We will be back next Monday, and we're going to have a special guest in the house, I believe. I hope so. But got to give them a big shout out. Horror Freak is a store. It's over in Bedford, Texas. Eric, the guy that runs the place, man, him and I guess we grew up with each other up until we were like, he's 3 years older than me. We just found each other again. I was like, Eric Dalliff? Holy shit. Like, did not realize that we grew up on the same street. We just haven't seen each other in forever, but how crazy is the world, the universe as it is. But Horror Freak, Bedford, Texas. It is located at 1424 Brown Trail, Bedford, Texas, 76022. And if you use promo code Paratheory25, you get 10% off on anything in the store up there. So make sure you guys go over there, tell them we sent you, use the promo code Paratheory25. They're just look them up on Google. You'll find their hours, what time they're open, and all that good stuff. And hopefully we're going to have him as a guest on the show with us next week. So be paying attention to them. We're going to start doing this we're going to keep it on Mondays, but we're going to go 8 o'clock every Monday night, run it for 90 minutes. So thank you guys so much for being a part of this and supporting us and showing the love, man, and helping us grow. And we will see you guys next week. Craig, any last words?
No, not really.
All right, then. Peace out. Chicken grease. Later. And my screen froze. I can't do anything in broadcast. There we go.